We're going to be talking about the London mayor's push for knife control now that there are more murders taking place in London than in New York, even though guns are readily available in America. We're also going to talk about a Pennsylvania school district that's passing out aluminum baseball bats for the teachers in case there's another mass shooting. Another Pennsylvania district is passing out buckets of rocks so that the teachers can pick up the rocks. And I guess if they run out of rocks, they can throw the bucket. So it's all very efficient. We're talking about that later on as well. Now, I mentioned to Diamond and Silk, obviously I was being facetious, being sarcastic, about have they heard from the NAACP? They started laughing. Have you heard from the Congressional Black Caucus? Have you heard from Black Lives Matter? What about April Ryan? April Ryan is a reporter who has been pretty aggressive in asking questions to the press secretary, and she often brings up issues of race and racism. Where is April Ryan? April Ryan told the press secretary that she was getting death threats when she asked a question about whether Trump is going to step down.
April, yesterday at the White House press briefing with Sarah Sanders, you had this exchange. You asked a question. This is her answer. It's received a lot of buzz. I'm going to play the clip.
Has the president at any time thought about stepping down before or now?
No, and I think that's an absolutely ridiculous question. I gave you two questions, April. We're moving on. Jordan, go ahead.
It's not ridiculous.
Jordan, go ahead.
Thanks, Sarah. We heard you say it's not ridiculous. So what, prompted you to ask that question, and what's been the reaction?
What prompted me, as we all do, we have sources, we talk to people. And when you have a turmoil or conflicts constantly coming up, or making major decisions where people are investigating you, there is always a scenario at the White House where there is plan A, B, C, D.
Did anybody ever ask if Obama was going to resign when he was president?
E, what have you. And it's on the table, and it has been on the table. And the issue is, and it's been on the table from what I'm hearing from my sources a while ago, that was one of the possibilities. So I asked that question in the midst of the fact that the president's personal attorney had his properties raided to get information from a search warrant about what is going on with Stormy Daniels and others in the trail of money. And this right now is a very tough time for the president. He's kind of backed in the corner because if he does pull the gun on certain things, it looks like he is creating a constitutional crisis, or he could be obstructing justice. And this is a situation where those questions we've seen, those questions asked during Bill Clinton impeachment proceedings. You were there. You were there. I mean, we've seen these things, and we've heard of the history of Watergate. Republicans came to Nixon and said, hey, either you resign or we go through impeachment proceedings. That is not illogical, irrational. It is a real question on the table that a White House does not want to deal with because they're trying to craft the picture, the winning image, and there is no winning picture.
So she says when she asked the question about whether Trump is going to resign, she got death threats. What kind of threats do you think Simon and Silk get?
At this moment.
So what's been the reaction that you've received since asking that question?
The reaction has been very, there are people who support, and it's not about, the reason why I asked the question was not about Democrat or Republican. It was not a partisan thing. It was
of course not.
Reporter asking the question. But people have gone into their tribes, and some are saying it was a great question. Mostly people who do not support this president, and those who are supporting this president are outraged, are angry. I've been getting death threats, and we've been calling the FBI, and I put one on social media, and this is real.
She's been getting death threats. She called the FBI. Welcome to the club.
I asked a simple question. I asked a question. I did not point a finger. I asked a question, and now my life is in jeopardy because of a question. But I'm going to continue to do my job.
I know you are, and I hope everything is going to be all right.
Oh, it will be.
We've asked Diamond and Silk whether or not they received death threats, and they have. Where's the love? Where's the love? 888-971-SAGE, 888-971-7243. Larry Elder.
You're listening to